Hey guys, you've joined us live at Moneycontrol. I'm Manisha Gupta and we're talking about the sugar prices today because this is exactly the area where all the action seems to be happening, whether it is about the domestic markets or the international markets for there. In the international markets, we're looking at the sugar prices trading at a 12-year highs there. The prices for raw sugar have been trading above 27 cents a pound, and that's where you have seen support coming from. The volatile crude oil prices also have been keeping the markets quite jittery here. Apart from that, the Brazil ethanol prices are trading at a near 3-month highs, and the Indian government extending export curbs also has led to gains in the international markets there. There have been various statements and reports from the International Sugar Organization. The latest one says that the production, while is expected to gain up by nearly 1.2%, but they have put the deficit numbers at 2.1 million tons for the next session. This is about Thailand, which also is a major exporter here as well. They say that 18% of a decline in crop is what they're anticipating at around 9 million tons. So various factors which have been supportive. That's about the Indian markets, where we have seen the first tranche for November come out at 15 lakh tons. This is valid until 15th of November, and that basically impacts nearly 562 mills. What does all of this fundamentals, numbers mean for the sugar industry as a whole? For that conversation, let's now go across to Mr. Praful Vithlani. He is Chairman AISTA. Mr. Vithlani, hi, thank you for joining us. I'll start with the international markets first, where we have seen price rise come in from USDA to International Sugar Organization. Everybody's talking about a deficit and strength in sugar prices. What is your sense?
It's very simple now that 2 years before we have given 11 million metric ton. Last season we give 6.3 million metric ton, and that 17.3 average say we 9 million metric ton is vanished. No India supply. So that is making a big problem in the world for deficit and whatever you suggested. So yes, there is the problem, and the problem has came from each and every country who is producing the sugar. So prices are still from here, we can say another 15% can rise in international market. There is shortage, and the way this conflict at Israel and all these things. So if oil in case by mistake goes above 95, then Brazil will have less sugar production. So that will make more deficit over here, but there are very rare chance of deficit to be reduced. So everybody, including user, or we can say speculators, and everybody is in teji mood. So yes, looks like that market will go up only, and nothing look like that in the next 5-6 months any chance of to get corrected.
All right. So when you talk about this year itself, we've seen prices gain up anywhere between 30 to 40% for various sugar varieties, and another 10 to 15% of a rise is what the markets should prepare for. Let's talk about the Indian markets then, Mr. Vithlani. And this is the festival season, and the government has been very on focus for last couple of months with the way we've seen tranches quota come in for a month. Now, with the new quota for the month of November, is it sufficient?
It's too sufficient. It is fire brigade with before fire, and police before even the event. Everything is before comes, like, you know. Okay. The government is taking very good care of the domestic prices, and even the elections are there, 5 states, even the festivals are there, and salute to the central government. The way they are handling. Previously, what was happening, Manisha, that the calendar month quota was given, and based on to the calendar month, trading was taking place, small speculation was taking place. Now here everybody is confused how to trade, because anytime any tranche quota comes. Previously it was one quota in 1 month, and the game is open for the traders and for the industry, everyone. Now the tranche can come in any date. There is no timetable, nothing, and the way the government is handled, it is really commendable and very good. The quota given is quite sufficient, and I don't think, because now the game is over. I think the government will realize within 5-7 days that there is nothing left to have more tranches and control and ABC XYZ, because new seasons sugar is definitely likely to come in market from 5th of November.
Okay.
So, and the production in November will not be less than 4 million ton. So if it is 3 million ton, then we are with the December coverage and everything. And the secretary, our Sanjeev Chopra ji, already have made statement that opening stock found is 5.7 million metric ton as on 1st October.
Right.
So yes, there was where the concerns, the doubts, ABC, XYZ is already over.
So while you are expecting that the international prices can still go up by 10 to 15%, how much have the Indian sugar prices gone up in this year, which is not too much, but then yes, sugar is a bit of an essential commodity there. And what's your sense on the Indian sugar prices going forward?
See, the ex-mill prices were very subdued, very low, and they had gone by say 8%, but 3% are adjusted between the margin of wholesale and retail. The retail prices are not more than 6%. If we calculate, if we today industry, if we are on decontrol or say no control from the government, we could have sold sugar ex-mill price of nothing less than 65 rupees per kg. Whereas we are selling in domestic market at around 38, 39 average all over India. So it's a big contribution from trade, contribution from industry, and contributions help with the government of India, because government of India has very nicely seen the industry and trade when there was possibility of giving an export quota and allowed for export. So everybody is happy, everybody is good Diwali.
And that, of course, is expected to continue to support the prices. Thank you so much, Mr. Vithlani, for joining us today and talking to us all things about sugar, whether that's about international or the domestic markets there, with expectation that the industry would be in supportive terms for the next 5 or 6 months as well.